It's your boy It's your boy CDTV, and as some of you guys might know, I've been doing paid request live streams on this channel every Monday around 1 PM EST, and when it's not on Monday, I announce it on the Discord. If you want to join it, it's down at the top of the description below. And on those live streams, I sometimes get sent some of the worst songs by artists that I usually enjoy. Hence this video. Not every pick on this list will be from those live streams, but most of them are. So let's jump right into it and take a look at some bad rap songs by rappers that usually know better.
See you at them pearly gates, hit the button and make you drop.
This song is so bad that you can no longer find it on streaming services. On Drop Girl, we have Ice Cube, one of the most iconic rappers of the 80s and 90s, a member of NWA, making a hip-hop / EDM fusion track with Redfoo, aka the more recognizable member of LMFAO. And his verse here is pretty awful. He delivers it with no sauce whatsoever.
Hey, I can't hear you talking to me. Don't interrupt me when I'm talking to the booty.
Bro forgot to have fun with it. Even 2 Chainz, who usually is strongest as a feature rapper, comes through with a really short verse on this one that doesn't have enough humorous bars to really carry it. It is not a good song, and the fact that it contains a very short sample of "It Was a Good Day" during the hook, it just reminds you that you can turn this off and listen to a much better track from Ice Cube's prime years.
Cause I got me a drop top, and if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop.
Drop to the drop, drop to the drop, drop, drop.
If I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop.
This sounds like the version of "It Was a Good Day" in an alternate universe where making good music is outlawed. Lackluster rapping over a beat that sounds like a mosquito just letting it rip in your ear, it is not a good time, man.
You're a big girl now, fully grown with your hormones now. Got your own home and you're alone when a bone, get your back blown out.
Well, I did say I'd be talking about this one more quite a while back when I made my bad rap albums by great rappers video. Nostradamus is certainly not Nas at his peak, but Big Girl takes it to a very weird place by just being kinda creepy. The verses themselves have their fair share of corny sex bars, but nothing too cringeworthy. But it's that fucking chorus, man.
Bone, get your back blown out. You're a big girl now in the world where these niggas foul.
It's one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever heard, and Nas's singing there just sounds bad, even if you ignore what is being said. I don't think it was Nas's intent for it to come off sounding like something a very questionable man might say, but the execution of it turns what is allegedly supposed to be a hook about a woman feeling sexually liberated into something that sounds incriminating. I know I've mainly focused on the chorus here, but that is the most repeated part of the song, and it does affect how you view the verses. It just drags the entire track down into the mud. In my opinion, this is one of the biggest misfires in Nas's discography that I have heard so far.
13, I need a quick escape, a statutory rape. But she was...
But if you thought that was bad, just wait until you hear about this one. Yes, the title 13 and Good is referring to exactly what you think it is. Like I said, on my paid request live streams, sometimes I just get sent the worst of the worst. KRS-One of CDTVProductions tells the story on here of him sleeping with a girl that he thought was 26 years old. But then, when he asks what age she actually is, after sleeping with her, the best time to ask that question, she says that she's actually 13. And instead of being filled with regret at this revelation, he instead goes on to think, oh shit, that was illegal. But it was still good though. Just an insane song.
Yeah, but her brothers will beat you. Yo, even if I get beat down, it was still...
It was definitely intended to be some kind of satirical, absurd track that you shouldn't take too seriously, and I can definitely see that. A lot of the lyrics throughout here are just completely absurd, but that doesn't make it anything even resembling a good track. Rumor has it 6ix9ine is a big fan of this one though, and I'm not even finished with the play-by-play of this track here. It takes an even more ridiculous turn when the 13-year-old girl calls her dad, who just so happens to be the chief of police, so he of course immediately comes over to KRS-One's house, presumably to arrest him. But then it turns out that the 13-year-old girl's dad, the chief of police, is actually gay and that he also wants to have sex with KRS-One. And then the chief of police says that KRS-One can continue to sleep with his daughter as long as the chief of police can also sleep with KRS-One too?
You can see my daughter anytime, anywhere, but it's you that I want to be mine. The price tag is your behind.
This song is one big, massive, disgusted question mark.
I'm who the fuck if you fucking can. Fuck this dick, how fuck is you playing? Fuck you and fuck your friends. Hold on, I got another fuck you again.
I mean, just the name of this song alone. Big Nut Bust. And then the fact that it was made by 2010 Big Sean, aka very much in his super corny era Big Sean. And you know you're in for something bad right here.
I mean, I really don't give a fuck about your thinkers. Okay, now hold there, man. Hold up, them hoes, there was on my wall there.
The first two verses are definitely not great. He literally starts the first one with she wobbledy droppily properly. Why the fuck does Big Sean rap like this sometimes? But it is the third verse that really makes it an all-time dud in Big Sean's discography for me, as it contains one of the most horribly sequenced couplets I have ever heard.
Checking out the two girls shitting in one cup. I am with two girls sipping on one cup.
So much to dissect in just 2 lines. First, he talks about beating it to the infamous 2 girls 1 cup video, so Big Sean is into that apparently, and then immediately follows that up with a line about him drinking from a cup. That creates an association between those 2 lines that I really don't want to be there. I've said before that early Big Sean had the aura of a Nickelodeon rapper, and to compensate for that, he just completely overdid it with the really explicit lines, and nothing symbolizes that more than this 3rd verse. Just read this nonsense, man. Bro was fucking all over the place. While I like his more recent albums, early 2010s Big Sean had a tendency to be pretty terrible, and Big Nut Bust is a pretty big example of why.
Your own life, Gucci, everything, Gucci.
Before anything else, I want to say that generally I really enjoy a lot of Tech N9ne's music, and I feel like he doesn't necessarily get the respect that he deserves when it comes to hip-hop conversations. But even saying that, I'll admit that he has a good chunk of filler songs on basically every album. And You Oh Like Pookie from his All 6s and 7s album is one of those filler songs. I don't use this word often to describe the way that something sounds, but man, the brass on here just sounds so farty.
Yes, you do. Oh, like Boogie. Yes, it's true. Saw that movie.
I can't take that seriously, man. Something about the hook as well just annoys me. I think it's the way that the lyrics are synchronized up with the horns, which on their own already sound goofy to me. It's just something that puts me off straight away.
Your soul like sushi. If your own like Boogie.
Also, it wasn't until I actually read through the lyrics that I noticed the direction that Tech N9ne was going in with this You Oh Like Pookie concept. It's all about him feeling like a woman owes him sex after a date where he paid for dinner and everything, and he's really upset that he didn't get any.
I don't take nothing, but I expected something, cause you stated after dinner in the movie next was humping.
This is from one of my favorite Tech N9ne albums, but like I said, this is a big old dose of filler with a pretty questionable verse. And the features don't really do anything that outstanding.
We overdo for some sucking. We overdo.
Alright, let's set the scene here. You're listening to Baby Keem's debut album. It has an explosive start with Trademark USA. It slaps. Baby Keem was just going off on the verses. He was beginning with a statement that he had leveled up from his previous project, and you just can't wait to see where he goes on the next song. And then, immediately after that, you hear this. Now look, I already know to expect a certain level of goofiness with Baby Keem's music, and usually it's pretty fun for me. But man, that hook sampled from Shea Crew is so hilariously bad. Honestly, Keem kinda glides on the verses, but that hook kills it every single time that he gets some momentum going. It also has this synth playing during the chorus section that just doesn't sound very good to me. All in all, it sounds like a very cheap song, especially coming after Trademark USA. It's not necessarily a bad from start to finish kind of song, but just one of those ones where the most repeated part of it really ruins it for me. A lot of the songs in this video have bad choruses, man. But hey, I guess it's a good thing that my pick for Keem here isn't necessarily bad in my opinion because of his rapping, but just more so the choice he made for the sample to use during the hook, and again, a bit of the production as well. So with that being said, those are 6 more of my picks for bad songs by rappers that I usually enjoy. What would you have put on here if you made this list? Let me know down in the comments below, and thank you for watching this one. And you can click right here on the screen to check out the previous video that I made on this subject. I will see you guys all in the next video, and much love to my channel members and Patreon supporters over there, with a special shout out to I Am Regent, KWG13270, Lucas1123, and Not Vimpen.